15 from the Navan Road branch. Can I please have the proposer? Thank you.
Paul McConnell, proposing on behalf of the Navan Road branch. First of all, I'd like to open by thanking the Minister and her staff for the proposed gender recognition bill. It is a marked improvement on the GRAG report that was submitted over a year ago. Ireland remains the only country in Europe that does not have recognition for change of gender. This is one step closer. There are a number of areas, however, where this bill falls short. Firstly, medical professionals' opinions should not be required for what is essentially an issue of identity. An attestation or affidavit approach would give the same legal gravitas that is necessary, but would not actually involve the trauma of having to convince a third party. Limiting access to those over the age of 18 is at the very least unfair. Most people would agree that during your childhood, it's a very important time and it can really shape who you become as a person. During these years, as a child, you're regularly segregated based on gender, and the failure to allow trans or intersex children to have their true gender recognised does only cause harm and is certainly not in the best interest of the child. I would like to welcome that the HSE is actually committed to providing healthcare for trans people between the age of 12 and 18 on the basis of need. And on that point, I'd just really like to say that this isn't an adults-only issue. I know there may be some taboos for people, but any legislative solution around this should equally protect the rights of children. The last point, which I think I'm ahead of time, which is great, is that the prohibition in sport for people who have had their true gender recognised is something that shouldn't be in legislation. This is laws of the country, not anything to do with sporting bodies. This should be a matter for the governing sporting body, and we should not be looking at enshrining discrimination, what is into otherwise a piece of equality legislation. I so move in the motion.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have a speaker indicating on motion number 15, Louise Hannon. Can I have Louise? Thank you. For speakers, it's 2 minutes to support the motion.
Delegates Louise Hannon, Fitzgerald Kearney. I really don't want to repeat a lot of what Paul has said because he covered it very, very well in his address to you. I just want to add that I do appreciate, and the transgender community appreciate, the fact that Minister Burton has moved quite a bit from the Gender Recognition Advisory Group report of 2 years ago, which was based on a medical model. It's not about a medical model, it's about human rights and equality. Having said that, the criteria for treatment for legal recognition at 18 is causing a lot of problems to our young people. Young people at 16 can decide on their own bodies and what they want to do with it medically, but yet they cannot legally say that they have changed their gender at 16. What we are suggesting is that young people between 16 and 18 who have the right to decide medically what they can do also have the right to be legally recognised under 16 with parents' consent. Emily Riley came out quite recently, the Ombudsman for Children, and came down very favourably on the side of children's rights. And she said that this is a must. And having just had a children's referendum, it's important that we consider the children and give them the choice. Minister Quinn was talking about the choice of children and their parents. This is a choice issue. It's about self-determination. It's about living their lives without having problems, without having any kind of detriment to their further education as they move into third level education. 12 seconds. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's good timing. Can I